Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode here at the MIgardener channel. Today I am so excited to bring to you all this Brix test, and it's something that a lot of people have been requesting. And so I have a ton of vegetables here that I have grown myself, and I'm really excited. I have celery that we got, all this we got from the cottage. I have zucchini, cucumber, sweet corn, green bell pepper, celery, some cabbage. This is a very small head of cabbage. It was kind of one of those side heads, but it's still cabbage, so it'll still count. I have two different kinds of tomatoes because I want to test this, because here I'm looking at tomatoes, but it really doesn't say, you know, what kind of tomatoes. So there's red tomatoes, there's green tomatoes, there's yellow tomatoes, there's so many different kinds, and the different colors come with different sugar levels. Some are sweeter than others, and I know from experience that the burgundies are the sweetest tomatoes. So I want to test that against just a classic red cherry. So I have that. I also have a beet. I also have some garlic, and I also have some broccoli. So I'm going to do that. Now, what I first want to get into is the fact that people constantly want me to test my vegetables compared to someone else's vegetables, such as a grocery store. And the reason why I'm not going to do that is because, number one, I'm growing these, so I don't go to the grocery store to buy vegetables anymore. That's the purpose of having a garden. So I'm obviously not going to go waste money on something expecting it to be inferior. See what I mean? So it's kind of already going with a negative mindset, and I tend to stick away from that because I don't like negative things. If I'm going to point something out, it's going to be the good, and that's why I'm testing my vegetables to see how I can improve them. So that's kind of where I'm coming from that, because I mean, if you're going with the mindset of trying to point out that the grocery store sells an inferior product, then, you know, why do it in the first place? It's not really going to be a productive thing, because all it's going to do is prove a point, and that point will be a negative one. So that's why I'm not doing that. So hopefully you don't mind, and it's going to be very interesting on how my vegetables compare, because really all I'm concerned about is if they're a poor, average, good, or excellent. I have a sheet here that I printed out. I'll post a link in the description box below where you can find this, and it's really just a self-examination. It's not a test of me versus someone else. It's how I can better my garden to better myself. So, see, it's a win-win situation. Now, what I am going to do to save time, since I have a lot, I'm going to basically test them. I'm going to test them all. I'm going to highlight the number that they are, and I think it's going to be a trust thing. You're not going to be able to see the number, because this is what I'm using. I'm using a refractometer. And a refractometer is basically, I'll bring you all close. A refractometer is essentially a eyepiece that you look through, and see how you can't see anything? Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. So you're gonna have to trust it. You put the juice here of the vegetable, close down this lens, and then you basically look through it, and you look at the sun like that, and it's got some beautiful, beautiful numbers. This is an ATC brand. Focus. This is an ATC brand, and it is a spectacular. It's just a spectacular Brix tester. I always go for better quality, because when you get better quality, you just get better results. And this thing has a focus. I mean, it has a focus ring where you can focus in to get more accurate. You got more accurate crispness. And so if anyone is looking, I will also post the link to where I got this. I got this one online on eBay, and very pleased with it, very, very pleased with it. So let's get into this testing here. results are in, and I'm very excited about some of these. Some of these we can work on, some of these are great, and the first thing that I wanted to get into before I talk about that is that I had a very difficult time juicing a couple of these, but I managed to get them. I did not get the cabbage, and I did not get the garlic because you really do need a garlic press to get some of these. Even the beets, I had a very difficult time. But you know, it's one of those things that it's you know, I'll be fine without it. But I broke my garlic press making spaghetti sauce. You know, go me. So I could not get some of those, but the rest I did get. And another thing I was going to talk about just before I start is that the Brix levels is very indicative of the weather that you're having. So, you know, don't be surprised if this changes year to year. Even if you change it up, even if you change up your growing styles, this will change because condensed sugars really is a big thing. Really has a lot to do with the amount of rain you're getting, how cold it's been, and how much sunlight you're getting. And all three of those has been on the negative for me and a lot of gardeners in Michigan. It's been very cold, it's been very cloudy, and it's been very rainy. So that really does not allow the plant to produce a lot of sugars, which also make your Brix higher, because that's really what Brix is. It's measuring the amount of condensed sucrose, and sucrose is sugar. So you have sucrose and glucose, but sucrose is found in fruits and vegetables, and that's the sugar that will be registered here. It is kind of found. You know, you can kind of tell what your nutrient density is, but this really calculates how much condensed sugar you have, and so, you know, we'll see what we can do. But this year was more of just a test of the Brix tester. I would really like to test it on a great growing season, because you know, it grew my kale great, grew my Swiss chard great, but as far as the other stuff, I had a pretty tough time, and I think a lot of other people did as well. So enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the results. So the tomatoes, just as I thought, the black Krim had a much higher Brix level than the red cherry tomato. Both very sweet in my opinion, both very delicious. I mean, they taste like a tomato, what are you going to expect? But the red cherry tomato had a Brix level of 5, which is in between poor and average. So not all that good. There's some room for improvement. But also the black Krim had a Brix level of 7, which is in between average and good. So, you know, room for improvement. Again, I like that. That's not bad, especially with the season we've been having. Beets, I had a Brix level of 8, which is average. So, you know, I'll take average any day. Bell peppers, I do not think this was properly tested because it's not a ripe pepper. It's a green pepper, and peppers are supposed to turn red, and red is when they get the sweetest. So I had a Brix level of 5. That's in between poor and average. You know, so take it for what it's worth. I think once it ripened, it'd be somewhere between 7 and 8, which is in the average to good section. That's just a guess. Broccoli was a 10. That is good. So that's good in my opinion. I'll take that. But again, that's a cold weather crop. So I think that's what you'll find in a lot of these, is that cold weather crops do a little bit better. Celery had a Brix level of 6. That is average. It's okay. Cucumbers had a Brix level of 5, which is in between poor and average. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. It's not as good as it could be. Green beans had a Brix level of 7. That's in between average and good. And, you know, hey, I'll take that too. The summer squash, or zucchini, had a Brix level of 10, and that is in between average and good. So, again, I'll take that. The sweet corn had a Brix level of 18, which you'd think is amazing, but really that's just good, which I'll take. I'll take good any day. But 18, you know, you have sweet corn, so there's a lot more sugar in sweet corn, which is why I had a Brix level of 18, which is also good. I mean, I'll take good any day. So there you go. Obviously, some room for improvement. Obviously, stuff to work on. Obviously, the test will continue. I will continue to do this, and I might even try it later on in the season as water kind of runs scarce and we go into the drier season, and more sugars get condensed. Because I'd like to see if that kind of changes the amount of sugars that we have in our fruits and vegetables. So that's about all I got. I hope you enjoyed this quick episode on testing your produce. Hopefully you'll test yours. I definitely recommend getting it. About about 30 bucks online with shipping, and I'm very pleased with this. This is a great, cool tool, and I think it should be in every gardener's toolbox, I guess. It should be used by every gardener. So that's all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and as always, this is Luke from MIgardener, hoping you're growing big or going home. I'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.